Hey guys, good morning and welcome to my weekly cosmic weather forecast where I sit down on Monday morning with my cup of tea and invite you to do the same as we discuss the upcoming cosmic weather events for the week as they relate to astrology, talking about the week of June 18th, 2018. So we are stepping into a week that is really calling for healing on a lot of levels. Starts out on Monday with the planet Neptune going retrograde. So whenever we have a planet go retrograde, we're being asked to review, rethink, or relook at whatever that particular planet governs. And Neptune is this beautiful planet. It is the astral realm. It is the higher octave of Venus. It's our higher self, and it is very much our relationship with spirit or our spiritual self. Neptune, which is Pisces, opposes whatever house Virgo rules in your chart. And Virgo is about day-to-day health, our daily routine, how we take care of our bodies, the food that we're eating, the people that we're interacting with on a day-to-day basis. So these themes are going to be playing out, taking a look at our physical health, which is Virgo, and our spiritual health, which is Pisces, which is Neptune ruled. So Neptune is also the planet of lies, deception, fantasy, and the etheric astral realm. So wherever Neptune is stationing retrograde in your chart is where you're going to be confronting areas where you haven't been living in full authenticity, where you have been living in illusion, where you've been seeing things with rose-colored lenses. Neptune retrograde is going to ask that you take those off, wipe the lenses clear, and really see things for how they really are. So this can be a bit of a fall from grace depending on how authentic our lives have been playing out. And it's important to remember that our higher self, our higher spiritual self, already knows the truth of everything. So if things come up that are asking you to confront and purify situations, relationships, etc., that haven't been fully authentic or, haven't been within our higher self, know that it's ultimately for the greater good, that at the end of this transit, which will happen mid-November, it's a long transit, we'll be in a place that may not be what we thought it was, but ultimately will be in a place of reality and more truth. So yes, great time to do a cleanse. Neptune retrograde is definitely not the time to go off the rails and escape, which can definitely be a bit tempting, especially when we're confronting things that we didn't want to look at. The tendency can be to escape into drugs or alcohol or just escape reality in whatever way possible. If we do that, we're really going to be swimming against the current and it's only going to be harder. So really a time to get grounded and take our emotional and spiritual health into consideration and know that whatever comes up as a deception or whatever kind of pierces the veil of truth is really for your ultimate highest good, and it's better to just confront, reintegrate and step forward into a healthier state of being. So yeah, Monday we'll have the moon in Virgo. It's going to trine Saturn and Uranus. Similarly, on Tuesday, it will oppose Neptune. So with any Virgo moon, really a good time to get real. Virgo likes to be practical. It likes to make lists, to-do lists, get organized, take stock of the things you need to get done, and really, take stock of your health. How are you feeling in your body? Are you drinking enough water? Are you eating, healthy foods? Are you taking care of yourself? So we have these themes continue throughout the week. Wednesday we'll have the moon go into Libra, and with any moon in Libra, we have relationships with others come into our focus. The moon in Libra is going to square Saturn and Pluto. So this can bring up power struggles within relationships. On Thursday, we're going to have the sun move into Cancer. So this is, again, going into healing. We're leaving Gemini month. Gemini month was all about cerebral processes, meeting new people, networking, gathering information, gathering a diversity of options, exploring our options. When the sun moves into Cancer, this is really about weeding out the options we're not going to take and focusing on the quality ones, focusing on quality people in our life, looking at the relationships that nurture us, that make us feel good. Cancer is this highly emotional sign that allows us to tune into our emotions. And I think a lot of us are realizing that there are areas in our heart chakra that are really wounded. I know a lot of people have been having, with the Mercury in Cancer, a lot of people have been discovering these ancient childhood wounds, or these wounds from previous relationships or previous things that have happened that have been coming to the surface. And I think some of us are feeling a little bit raw, like the center of our chest can literally hurt. And that's actually what I love about the heart chakra. Of course, when we're talking about the chakra system, this is a very esoteric, etheric subject, because most of us with our earthly eyes can't see our chakra system all of the time. And we, it's this concept, but it's a little bit hard to integrate into actual practice if we can't see it. But with the heart chakra, I find that it's the easiest one to feel without having to see it necessarily. And the way that we can do this is we can really tune into how this area of our body actually feels physically. If you can recall a time when you were wounded within a situation, or you were, presented with information that hurt your feelings, or if you went through a breakup, or, through a grieving process of losing a loved one, you can recall, or maybe even still feel, that this area of your physical being actually feels tender. Individuals who don't process heart chakra wounding will actually carry themselves with a posture with their shoulders hunched forward, because there is this desire to close off that area of our light body that is afraid to feel more pain. So I think with Cancer month approaching, which is all about tuning into our emotional landscape, we can focus in on this area of our body this week and locate it and really hone in on, does that area need healing, and kind of use this Neptune retrograde as well to purify and get rid of anything that's continuing to wound that area. And use that to support our plan going forward of how we're going to support ourselves before we even think about, healing someone else. Really take a moment this week to be like, whoa, am I in pain? Is something hurting me? Is this job not supporting me? Is, my boss making me feel, small? Or is there something going on with my family that really needs to be addressed finally, that might really hurt to go into, but ultimately will allow us to, stand in a more, centered and aligned placement. Also, we have Venus in Leo, which is calling for us or attracting us to situations that ask us to be our own hero. Leo is the hero's quest. Leo is about ultimate self-love, stepping into a place of, I love myself and I stand tall, and I really call forth people that reflect that back to me and encourage that within me, rather than festering in relationships that, encourage us to go, run away and protect. We can become very defensive when our heart space is wounded. So I think, going into this week, whatever comes up, really taking a moment to focus on the heart and feel how that area of our body feels. Wednesday, Libra moon, we've got relationships going on. Thursday, the sun will go into Cancer, and we have Venus oppose Mars on Thursday. So Venus being the archetypal female, which is the archetype of sensitivity and receptivity and emotions, opposing archetypal masculine, Mars, which is, aggression, passion, sexuality. And of course, whenever I'm talking about gender, I'm always coming from a place of gender fluidity. This is not vessel specific. Every human body carries both energies within it. This is the Kundalini serpent and how these energies play out. So Thursday, this could be literal gender war between the masculine and feminine within a relationship, or this could be just those energies playing out in the world. Something trying to dominate, something asking for sensitivity and nurturing. Then on Friday, we have the moon go into Scorpio, which is, of course, more emotional intensity and introspection. But the great thing about Scorpio is that Scorpio sees to the depth of any situation. Scorpio is the sleuth-like mind. It is the investigator. It really allows us to go deep and see to the depths of a situation. Saturday, Sun is going to square Chiron. So this can be bringing up wounds again for review. And Mercury will oppose Pluto. So this is deep, dynamic, psychological work, especially on Saturday. This is going to be really going through perhaps some shadowy thought processes and really asking for us to look at those deeply. Sunday, the moon will go into Sag, which will, it'll brighten things up a bit at the end of Sunday. But I think overall, this week is really asking us to finally give some attention to our health, our spiritual and emotional health, and how we're treating our body on a day-to-day basis. Make sure that we're not running to substances or, escaping into negative crutches in order to escape some pain, but really go into the pain, lean into it, and, take some space if you need to. That's another thing about this weekend with the Scorpio moon on Saturday and the moon conjunct Jupiter. Scorpio can be really obsessive. Scorpio can really get going on something and think about it over and over and over and over again. If you need to change the channel and step away, do so, and really take care of yourself first and make sure that you're doing that, and then go from there. I wish you guys the best of luck this week. I hope that you exit the week feeling like you have given yourself the attention that you deserve and really taken your health into consideration and give that some attention. I will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for tuning in. My email will be down below if you would like to reach out to me for a natal chart reading. We can definitely do that. All right, guys, have a great week.